So in the last video, we talked about how what the inverse means is that it's the thing that answers the question, I got blank out of f of x. What did I put in for x to get it? So that's what this means. That's what we're doing here, is we're building the function that lets us answer that question. It's also the undo button for f of x. It undoes whatever happened to it, and we spit out the original thing. And we concluded guess and check is annoying because you can have to guess and check both with negative numbers and fractions, and that's not when guess and check's a good method. So I'm going to use the same function I was using before. F of x is equal to 2x plus 7. I could rewrite this as the equation of a line, y equals 2x plus 7. I just swapped y instead of f of x. So x is my input, and y is my output. Well, for the inverse, these need to switch. Now I want to be able to put in the output and get the input. So I'm going to invert by swapping. Every place I see a y, I'm putting an x. Every place I see an x, I'm putting a y. So that y is now an x. That x is now a y. And this would already work to do what I want. If I put in whatever it is I'm trying to figure out for x here, whatever it spits out for y will give me back the original for this. But I want to rewrite this as a function so that the y is over here by itself and the x is over here with all of the other stuff, so that, you know, I can plug things into it and easily get stuff out. So I'm going to solve for y. I look at this, and right now y is being multiplied by 2, and then 7's being added. So I need to undo everything that's happened to this y. So because in order of operations, the last thing we were doing was adding, that's what's farthest away. The first thing we need to do is undo that adding. So I'm going to go ahead and make a 0 pair there. So now I have x minus 7 is equal to 2y. Well, I want to know about just one y. So I need to divide that by 2, which would make that 1, because 2 divided by 2 is 1. Fair is fair. I have to divide this side by 2 as well. So now I know that y is equal to x over 7 and the whole thing divided by 2. And I can just leave this way, because 7 divided by 2 isn't going to come out particularly nicely. X divided by 2 isn't going to come out particularly nicely. If I had something like 2x minus 4, I'd go ahead and divide that by 2 because it would come out nicely. But in this case, I'm done. My inverse function is x minus 7 over 2. Quick note, this is different than an exponent. Just like this is a function and not multiplication, this is saying I need the undo button. I need the inverse for f of x, and is not saying to take f to the -1 power, because that doesn't make any sense to do to a function in that way.